Good morning, students. This is my third session, the third class in network analysis. I welcome you all. In the last two sessions, we understood what are branches, what are principal junctions. Now, I will continue with the basics. Now, today, I will introduce a very important concept known as ground concept. Ground. In electrical and electronic circuits, we come across what is called as ground. Ground. And the symbol for ground is this. This is the symbol for ground. Don't get confused with earthing. Earthing is different. So in the electrical and electronic circuits, we come across what is called as ground. Ground means reference point. Ground means reference point. Ground means reference point or 0 volts point. 0 volts, reference. Because it is reference. Whenever it is a reference point, it is referred to as 0 volts point. In electrical circuits and electronic circuits, we come across ground. Now, for example, I will give an op-amp circuit. I will give an op-amp circuit. And in this op-amp circuit, we have a ground. This is an amplifier circuit. This is an amplifier circuit. Amplifier circuit. This is an amplifier circuit. This is an inverting amplifier. And here, ground. This is what is called as ground. This is also ground. Ground means reference point, 0 volts. Now I will enumerate on ground. Now we make statement. We make statement. Sometimes we make statement. For example, take the example of a person. Take the example of a person and we make a reference to his height, let us say. So when he stands on ground, the height of the person, how tall he is. So we make a statement. He is 6 feet high. He is 6 feet high. Tall, 6 feet tall. That means here in mentioning its height, so a reference point is the earth or the ground on which the person stands. This is reference. And the top of the head, it is at a height of 6 feet. So here this is reference. Similarly, roof of the house. Similarly, roof of the house. Roof of the house. Roof of the house. This is ground. We say ground. From ground, it is at a height of 10 feet. The roof is at a height of 10 feet. Then, this is what is called as ground. Now, we make a statement. Kashmir is at an altitude of 5,000 feet. So, here, which is the reference here? Kashmir is at an altitude of 5,000 feet. If you make this statement, then what about reference in the case of altitude of a place? In the case of altitude of a place, the reference is seashore. So seashore is taken as reference. Seashore is taken as reference. From seashore, it is at a height of say 2,000 or 3,000 or 5,000 feet. So seashore is what is called as reference. Now, having understood ground means a 0 volts potential. So in electrical circuits as well as in electronic circuits, the potential of other points are referred to this ground. So all references are made, all voltage references are made with respect to this ground. This is what is called as ground point, ground. Now, I will take the example of a voltage source, a battery, say for example a 6 volts battery. 6 volts battery. Now you can choose this R as well as this as ground. If you choose this as ground, then if you call this as B, if you call this as A, then A is 6 volts high above B. So B is called as ground. B is called as ground. And from B, it is above B by how much? 6 volts. So in the case of structures, it is height that counts. Whereas in electrical and electronic circuits, it is the voltage that counts. So A is a point which is above B by how much? 6 volts. This is a sort of a barrier. So here we have chosen B as reference. Now whenever you have to specify this by a notation, what is called as double subscript notation. Double subscript notation. So voltages are mentioned in the form of what is called as double subscript notation. Here VAB. VAB. In the subscript there are two letters, A letter, B letter. Here B is ground, the second letter is ground, whereas potential of A is with respect to B. So A is at a height of 6 volts above B. If you choose this as ground, if you choose A as ground, then VBA is equal to minus 6 volts. Because this is opposite to the previous one. Here you have chosen A as reference, and A is reference, and this is ground. B is below A. It is like a cellar in a building. In a building, don't we have cellars? Not only we have floors, top floors, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. We can also have cellar. So it is like a cellar. B is below A by how much? 6 volts. So here this voltage counts. This is what is called as double subscript notation. So double subscript notation, second letter is referred to as ground. So VAB is 6 volts, whereas VBA is equal to minus VAB equal to minus 6 volts. Last example. I will take one more example. In op-amps, we come across two voltage sources being connected like this. This is what is called as dual power supply. A, B, C. Now this is chosen as ground. This is ground point. Now VAC is 6 volts, whereas VBC is equal to minus 6 volts. So you understood what is double subscript notation, and this arrangement connecting two voltage sources of this polarity, it is what is called as dual power supply. And in the next class I will continue with further topics. Thank you.